Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Daws with the Paulding County School District, and this is Dual Enrollment in 10 minutes or less. Let's get to it. All right, so what is dual enrollment? Dual enrollment is a fantastic opportunity for our students where you can take a college class that will count for both high school credit and college credit. It's a wonderful opportunity because it is free college. So dual enrollment allows for students to earn up to 30 college hours. That's a full free year of college. Now, this opportunity really begins in 11th and 12th grade for most students. A small group of 10th graders will be able to take core academic dual enrollment classes in the 10th grade, but they must meet Zell Miller requirements, which means they have to have a 3.7 GPA and they must have a 1200 SAT score in the 10th grade. That's a little unusual for 10th graders to have that. But 10th graders do have the chance to take CTAE classes or technical classes in the 10th grade. But most students will really begin in 11th grade because 11th and 12th grade there are no limitations on what a student can take. So again, starting in the 11th grade, you can take up to a full year, one full year of college for 30 hours. Now this is for free. So what's covered? Books, tuition, any mandatory fees, all of those things are free and covered. What is not covered would be any kind of course-related fees, like if there's a lab fee, for example, and then expenses for travel, and then obviously living expenses are not covered. You're not living on campus, you're still a high school student, right? So if you're interested in getting started with dual enrollment, where does your student begin? The first step is to decide which college you're going to attend. Many of our students attend our local scholarships right around our area, Chattahoochee Tech, Kennesaw State, Georgia Highlands, to name a few. Those are very, very common. And then you're going to research the admissions requirement for that college. Every college is different. So you have to actually apply and get into the college, right? So you got to research those admission requirements and research the deadlines to apply. This is something that is specific for each college, okay? Then if you need to take an entrance exam, so SAT, ACT, ASVAB, you can take that. You'll need to schedule that on your own to take those tests. Now, I will say in recent years, it is unusual for colleges to request that you take those entrance exams. Most of ours do not require that anymore, but they could require that at any point in time because it is their own decision-making process. So then you'll apply and get accepted to the college. Now, once you do that, then you're going to come back and meet with your high school counselor. They're going to help you with getting all the information needed as far as building a schedule and all of that. You're also going to be required to fill out some district paperwork, watch a PowerPoint that's just an overview on what dual enrollment is and some of the do's and don'ts, particularly around that paperwork. Then your student's going to complete paperwork with the Georgia Student Finance Commission because again, it's paid for college. So the state is paying for this college. So you got to complete that paperwork through the Georgia Student Finance Commission, and then the counselor at your local school will accept the funding from the state, and then you're off and rolling. Now, benefits of dual enrollment. Looks great to colleges and on resumes, right? So, I mean, this is really great, a really great opportunity to build that college resume, build that high school transcript up for when you are trying to get accepted into college after high school, right? You earn college credit for free. Obviously, that's the biggest benefit to doing dual enrollment. It does provide flexibility in your schedule. You could take online dual enrollment classes. There are students that will take 4 dual enrollment classes at Kennesaw State and will never actually come back to the high school campus. So it provides flexibility with your schedule. You can take classes you normally wouldn't have the opportunity to take. For example, a welding class at Chattahoochee Tech. We don't have a welding program here at one of our high schools. So you'd have the opportunity to take a class like that. You can gain experience with college in a more supportive environment. But again, keep in mind, you're taking college courses. So if there's an issue with a professor or something like that, your student will have to communicate that with the professor instead of, just coming to the school and talking to an assistant principal or something like that. You're gonna have to communicate that with the college. And then core courses and world language courses will earn up to 10 bonus points on our transcript. So if you get a 95 on, let's say, your dual enrollment US history class, then on our transcript, it'll say 105. So you'll get 10 extra bonus points on your weighted GPA. Now, important considerations for dual enrollment. Consider your students' academic and emotional maturity. This is pretty important. You're going to be taking college classes with adults. You're going to be traveling to college to take these courses. They're going to be meeting deadlines, meeting due dates, and there's going to be less wiggle room there. So again, students, another consideration will be students are the ones that communicate with the professors. So that's an important consideration. You need to speak with your high school counselor before making any changes to your schedule. There are certain rules, regulations with dropping a class. Dropping a class without telling your high school counselor could result in a failing grade. It could result in a W on your transcript. It could result in using up hours that would be paid for otherwise. So there are some considerations with that. You need to contact the high school counselor for any of those steps along the way. And then finally, you got to adhere to our set deadlines for not only the college, but for us as well with the school district. So really, that's about it. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Dr. Alan Daws, and that was Dual Enrollment in 10 Minutes or Less.